Welcome everyone to ETS. I'm Donna Lopez, and this is your channel message for March 2nd to March 8th. So with that, welcome to my channel. Let's just see what they have for us. Oh boy, I see lots of different applications being put in. My fingers are just like going. Like I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. There's just so many things you're putting into fruition, let's say. It's like I'm using what was given to me. I'm putting it out there. I'm doing it. I also see a lot of you becoming a lot more assertive and more decisive about what it is you want and when you and what you need, and bringing it to you. More of the leadership quality, I would say, too, for many of you. For some of you, I look at, I'm seeing something, and I'm trying to understand first of all what I'm seeing, but it's like I want to make an impression. I want to communicate something that leaves a lasting impression. But I also see that many of you you already know this. You already know that you want to do this, and so I see you seeing that energy that you've already put out there and saying, you know, it's time for me to put my stamp on it. It's time for me to communicate. It's time for me to leave that impression. So whether it's writing a book, doing a TED Talk, sitting and talking to your children or your parents more clearly, so that a good impression and a new generation of understanding is there. You know, it doesn't have to be huge things, all right? But this feels, it's important, and it feels somewhat significant. For others of you, I have some stones here, so they're just starting to roll these stones because that's what they want to do. So what they're saying, okay, this is like a relationship, and I feel like some energies are being smoothed out. So some things are being smoothed out between the two of you. You know, it's interesting because what I'm working with is they're both very smooth to start with, but I'd say one is probably more of a conductor of energy, and the other one is goes along with it or receives energy from the other one more. So I feel though there's going to be, I hear simpatico, where there's more of an equality of allowing each other's energy to support each other instead of just the one. I don't feel like the other one has minded, but it's just the energy from the person that has been had the more significant energy is that's just who they are, so they don't mind. That's just how they are. You're going to start to see your partner, your significant other, the other person, whoever this is, step up more. So if you're the one that has been with a partner that has always been there, more supportive or with more energy or more confident, let's say, more clarity, all of a sudden you're going to find yourself with more clarity and more confidence. So you're going to see this growing and this changing, and it's really wonderful. It's going to be a nice change, and you'll enjoy seeing the fruits of the two vibrations, the two energies, and how together they're moving their relationship along a little differently. Because I also feel that the person that maybe always had the energy, or the, you know, just that's a little bit stronger there, you know, they're going to be able to kind of sit back a little bit, and they're going to soften a little more and be more in the passive or receiving energy. So it's going to be a nice change, for others of you, I'm going to move away from that because right now I'm seeing somebody banging a pan down. So somebody's definitely wanting to get your attention. And it's interesting, right before, because I shut my eyes for a minute and I saw a blue light pop in. So there's some divine guidance with this, all right? Because somebody is going to start trying to make some noise or some racket, and they want some attention, and they need the attention, they need the healing. That's why this angel energy came in and wants to help you help them. So kind of, sometimes I think when people get real loud or real aggressive or noisy like that, the tendency is to go in another room or move away. But for this, I feel like you want to go up and just maybe put your hand on their back and just listen. They just need somebody to talk to, and they just need to talk. You just need to be that person to listen. Hmm. Yeah. I see a birthday for some of you too coming up. Yeah. I feel like it's coming up closer to around the 14th of March, but I'm seeing it more in this being discussed or you being excited about it. It's like I want to do something significant for my birthday, or I want to participate in bringing some significance to this person's birthday. So it feels important. Yeah, I like it. Um, yeah. We don't have to have that big O behind whatever the number is to make it a significant birthday. There are just some birthdays that are, you know, we want we want it to be more significant, or it feels significant for different reasons because of where we're at in our personal lives. Yeah. I feel like it's celebrating strength, celebrating the strength that you've shown, the strength that you have, and being appreciative of your own strength. It's not others that we don't need that from others as much as we need to see it in ourselves. So this is you seeing it in yourself, or definitely assisting somebody else who wants to celebrate that in themselves. Okay, but it feels good. Okay, they're saying 15th, 14th, 15th, so we're gonna give you those 2 days. I hear an S with this, maybe a Sam, so an S name with this as well. Um, hmm. I'm seeing that something is going to just kind of happen. And you go, I can't believe that just happened. That was like strange, different, miraculous, interesting. Like I've never seen anything like that. So they're just validating for you that if you see something really different, that you did see it. I had somebody that just shared with me something that occurred with them, and I go, oh yeah, I've had that happen before, because when you open up to see something different shows up, and it's always interesting. We don't know everything about this world. It's not so much, it's not as mystical, but there are definitely scientific laws that govern these natural occurrences that we call miracles. Because if we don't understand the physics or the science of something, or we don't have the tools to measure it, that's what we would call it, right? So, yeah. For somebody else, I'm seeing a guitar. And I feel like there's music that you are liking, that's guiding you. It's like, oh, I love that music. That music just lifts my heart. It feels like guitar, but it feels different, almost like maybe a Spanish or flamenco or something just really beautiful. Maybe you're going to go hear somebody that plays that music, but you're really drawn to it. It really lifts your energy. Really, really lifts your energy. All right. Let me see what's going on for the rest of that week. I heard no changes after all, but as I looked at it, though, I saw a beautiful blue light go through it. So I would say that there's going to be a beautiful kind of quick healing, like an energy clearing and healing. So look for that clearing, look for that healing. Be aware of it, awake to it. I also see that for some of you, if you felt you were going to have to deal with something with really maybe a big circumstance, a big emotional circumstance, I see it's like going to just calm right down. As soon as you start talking, it's going to just calm down to nothing. And you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay, I'll tell you, it's like a huge tide I see coming up, huge, over your head, rears up, but I see you just put your hand out there and to communicate, and it just goes down to just a soft little puddle. It's just real easy, you know. Remember, a lot of people are very, they're reacting right now, but they're reacting because they don't have any other tools. They don't even know that they're in the space that they're in, or that they are being reactive, or that they're being lit up, let's say. So, give them some room. Give them some room. For some of you too, I see you want to write a letter to somebody, you want to write a note or a letter to somebody, or send them a card. Please do so, because I see it's going to have a lot of significance and meaning to them. All right. Okay. So let's pull a card here, huh? Let's see here. Releasing. I release all grudges, all judgments, all unforgiveness. I express those things that hurt me, those things that upset me, all that I perceive as duality. My words will allow me to release any heavy crystallization within me. As I share my feelings and assert myself, I release. I regain my lightness of being. So there we go. Remember, you know, like I said, when I looked at that, it said, you know, I heard, well, nothing's going to change, but I saw something different, you know. So there are subtle differences, and you need to pay attention to those subtleties. Otherwise, we can stay feeding this kind of upset energy, you know, because we're not noticing the subtleties, where there is a clearing, where there is a healing, where things are moving in your direction. You know, a no is a yes. All right, if you're getting a wall, it's there for a reason. So with that, namaste.